Breakfast with Cobb Colvin.
Trickstar Radio.
Right, 22 minutes past 8 here on Trickstar Radio. We're live inside with the gang from Pirate Studios. I've very much been enjoying this morning. And what I want to talk about next is more specifically Brighton. Obviously, we're a Brighton-based station. We're a Brighton-based kind of movement, and now so are Pirate Studios. Well, not based, but you have a base of action too. That's what we're going to say. So, have you been looking forward to working in Brighton?
Yes.
So much. Yeah. I mean,
when we're kind of looking at it, when you because obviously it's taken a while for Pirate to kind of like arrive down here. Is there a reason it's taken such an extended period of time to touch down in Brighton? Or
I mean, as soon as we sort of realised like we wanted to take Pirate to different cities, I think if you draw up a hit list of like musical cities you want to go to, Brighton is pretty damn high up there. It's got an amazing music scene. You know, you guys have the Great Escape, there's Brighton Music Conference, there's so many sick venues. But yeah, I think it's really as simple as, for the reason that we haven't opened here in 3.5 years, is because it's just so hard to find buildings, you know? We need a big space that we can renovate.
I can definitely agree with that as well. Something that there's a big discussion going on here a lot of the time in the kind of when we're looking at kind of like layout of the city, there's a big thing about there's not enough big scale venues and what people tend to forget is a lot of the time Brighton isn't in an industrial city.
No.
So you don't have the kind of warehouse spaces, you don't have the big kind of factory spaces that can then be turned into venues. You literally have to work with the buildings that are already here. The interesting thing though is obviously there's a lot of kind of industrial space over in Shoreham, which is what I think is going to start to happen. People are going to start moving like the studio spaces out to Shoreham, and there's going to be like bigger complexes out that way. But we're here to talk about Pirate. So I want to kind of look about what have you done uniquely with the Brighton setup.
Well, to be honest, like the Brighton studio, I think we've done things really different because essentially the layout is offering like a complete space that encourages people to be productive. So from the point that you walk in, and I feel terrible that I can't remember the graffiti artist's name who's local. Can you remember? We want to plug you, we just can't remember your name. Sorry, we didn't have a coffee this morning. But long story short, like back to it, essentially the Brighton studio, from the point that you walk in, we've got incredible local kind of artwork that is kind of like colourful. You walk around, it's like spacious, and it's I would go as far as saying it's one of our best builds so far. The communal area is just a space that, you know, you're there, you want to, if you're rehearsing in a studio, you're creating your music, like the communal space then offers that place to kind of have that downtime to like plan your next release or plan your next band practice or artist practice, whatever. It's just like a really kind of good space to get you to be creative, which is in all different kind of areas, really. Which is
really, really good. I think there's a big thing. I don't know if it's just a Brighton thing, but I tend to find so many people suffering with writer's block. So many people, and it tends to be. It all seems to happen at exactly the same time. Everyone will kind of go. It's almost like infectious.
It is
like a writer's block sort of scenario. So it's good to hear that there is that kind of like a space to more kind of like sit down and be sort of like, right, let's actually work out what we're doing here rather than trying to like push against a brick wall and nothing really come together. How have you found working in Brighton in regards to like the artist and the music scene here?
I've just got to say it's incredible. Like, in all honesty, when we kind of announced, you know, across our socials and on our website, that just kind of generally sent the comms out that we're going to be here, the response has been nothing but incredible. Like, everyone here is so proactive and friendly. We had an incredible welcome in, and essentially it's just been really great to kind of meet people like yourselves, and many of the people that no doubt I'll shamelessly plug on the station later. But it's just been one of those situations where it's kind of been quite easy to connect with people, which it's been great.
Which is wicked, man. I like to think that there obviously we're a smaller town here in Brighton, but there is I think it's something like this, the largest amount of venues and eateries per square mile in the country, or something like that. It's something in amazing like that. It's like 237 or something in the centre of town.
We've got
in
some
total.
Good food places, man. Just want to highlight that.
You know, we do a food review here on the show every Thursday, and we've only had like 3 bad places, and we've been doing it for a year.
Wow.
So it's actually quite surprising how I think we're just a bit spoiled. I think that's what it is. We are just a bit spoiled with pretty much everything.
Well, can we get an invite to that next time?
Yeah. Like I said, after today, we'd like a regular show.
Well, you know what might be on here. I've just come up with an idea on air. What we could do, we could do a live filming from Pirate of doing like a takeaway session where we get 5 different takeaways from different takeaways, and then sit down and film that and discuss it live.
Let's
there we go.
Book it in.
There we go. That's how we do ideas now. That's how we do it. I'm getting off the kind of creative space. It's infectious. So let's talk about the launch event then, because you've mentioned it quite briefly. Let's go into exactly what's going down with the launch event.
Well, what isn't going down at the launch event is kind of what I want to say. The launch is going to be a day and night to remember. Hopefully I'm not speaking too soon. On the 18th of October, we're essentially having 2 back-to-back events. The first being at our studios, which is Open Studios. And essentially, what will happen is we're having different record labels take over our rooms. So we've got South Point, we've got Only Ruins, we've got Alcopop Records coming in to kind of have some of their artists play back-to-back. It's going to be very much like everyone connecting, all about the community, and essentially we'll have free booze.
Yeah, lovely.
Free food. So
sprinkling on top.
Yeah, and it's from 3 till 6. It's pre-entry as well. And then we're going to take the party to Art Republic, who we've teamed up with this event, and they have been absolutely brilliant. And essentially, that's going to take place in the gallery amongst all the incredible artwork. And we'll continue to have live music, so it'll be a mix of bands and DJs as well, all key people from the local scene. And essentially, that's free entry, and that's 7 till 11. And again, free food and free booze. So there you go. It's going to be wicked. I can't wait.
I'm loving the attention with all the extra little freebies.
It's just like you can't go wrong. It's just free everything.
Entirely. I'm really looking forward to it. I feel one thing I've very much enjoyed about the way Pirate's done things compared to how when you have event companies come to town, they kind of go, no, we're going to do it our way. And it's you're coming to Brighton at the end of the day.
This is all about community. Like from the point of go, like we did not want to come to Brighton and just create a really kind of not narcissistic, that's the wrong word, but a party that is all about us. It's about community.
Yeah.
Like it's so important to tune into that and to actually engage with everyone, and this is what this event's about, fully about that.
Fabulous. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Where can people find all the information? Is it all up on Facebook events and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we've got it's all up on Facebook, so you can find the event there with all the details, and then if you want to get tickets, just head to Eventbrite. It should be under Pirate Studios launch party or Open Studios.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because obviously it's on a Friday. I tend to finish up here on a Friday at around 1-2ish, so I'm going to go straight from here to the event, just get a bus over, and then just crack on with the day. I'm really looking forward to it.
Good to have you down there.
It's going to be a good one, man. I mean the amount of people I've heard that have saying, we're going to definitely come down, come down. It's going to be definitely, from my kind of experience, everyone is on it. So it's going to be a case of, even if a couple of people don't, there's going to be more than enough people there. It's going to be a busy room. It's going to be a busy set of rooms.
Totally forgot to mention as well, which is going to be pretty cool, is the live art element at Art Republic. I thought I forgot something. This is going to be wicked. So essentially, when there's live music playing, we'll have local artists come in and create art in real time, which is going to be kind of like quite... It's going to be an experience. An amazing experience. I think it's going to be an experience. Right, we're going to jump into our track of the week next. This one comes from J-Rick and Octavian. This one goes by the name of One. We're live with Pirate Studios here on Trickstar Radio. Don't go anywhere.
Waking up Brighton.
Breakfast with KXVU.